we want to have neutral tilt at the pelvis. So I'm going to show you a few stretches that can achieve that neutral tilt and get our spine to be as tall as it can be. Okay, we can maximize our height here and get an inch and a half out of that, which is a lot. You know, whether you're 6'2" and you're trying to be 6'3" to be better at basketball, whether you're 5'2" and you want to be 5'5" just to be a little bit taller. These can all benefit you if you're growing. If you're a young kid and you're growing, these stretches can take the pressure off and allow these bones to grow to their max potential. Okay, so with that, I'm going to show you the first one. Really easy. We're just going to get on our stomach. Right. We're going to leave our hips on the mat and we're going to press up. Okay, just like that. I'm going to hang there for a little while. Maybe I count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then back down. Get you about 20 of these. Letting those hips hang. We're getting good extension in our lumbar spine, but we're also stretching the muscles in the front of our hips here. We're taking pressure off that spine with this. All right. So we talked about those muscles that attach to the front and the back of the pelvis. One of those muscles is the rectus femoris, okay? Otherwise known as your quad muscle. That muscle actually runs from across the knee joint and then to across the hip joint. So if it's tight, it's a 2-joint muscle, so it's going to have you a little bit slouched there. All right. So a good way to stretch that. Come and wrap this around your foot. I have a fancy belt here, but you can use any belt. It can be a belt from your closet. Just wrap it around your foot. We're going to lay on our stomach. We're going to pull our heel to our bottom. Snapped in. Just like so. Hold that for about 30 seconds. And you'll want to do that about 3 times. Good stretch there. I can feel the pull through the front of my quad into my hip. Good stuff. All right. The next stretch we're going to do is going to stretch a fancy muscle called your iliopsoas. So the psoas comes from top of the femur up to your pelvis, connects onto your ASIS. We'll show you on the model. So it connects about right there. So you can see if that muscle is tight, that's going to put you in what we call anterior tilt. You're going to get a lot of extension at the spine. Again, the top of the spine is lower if we're too far extended or flexed. So this one is going to help us achieve that neutral tilt. So let's come to the side of your bed or your couch, whatever you got. You're going to pull one leg up to your chest. And you're going to let your knee bend. And we're going to drop that leg off the side. Getting a good stretch in the front of the hip there. Good hip flexor stretch here. Hold it tight. Let that leg hang. You can actually attach ankle weight onto the femur there. Get a little more stretch out of it. Again, we're trying to pull you out of anterior tilt into a neutral tilt with this one. Again, 3-second holds, 30-second holds, 3 times. There you go. Another muscle we have that attaches that pelvis, actually on the back side, is the gluteus maximus, okay? So we're gonna stretch it by simply pulling our knee to our chest there. Again, 30-second holds, 3 times. Next, the big influence on that pelvic tilt is our hamstrings. My hamstrings are really tight, so they want to pull you into more of a flexion. So we're here, the hamstring comes, attaches in this area. It wants to pull down, so that's going to put your spine into more flexion there. So we've all seen hamstring stretches. My favorite one, simple as can be, sitting here with your legs out, reaching forward, holding them. We'll do 3 30-second holds on this one as well. Good stretch. Right. So now we're going to move up the chain. We talked about the pelvic tilt. So what about our shoulders? What about our neck? We got to address that too. We'll come here. Thoracic spine. Everybody has a natural thoracic curve into flexion, okay? But some people's is more than others. So thoracic spine, we're talking about our upper back, basically. So here, that's too much flexion at the thoracic spine. That's limiting my height. If I want to be taller, I've got to stretch that thoracic spine. A good, easy way for you to do this at home is just sitting in a hard chair, plastic chair, just like this. We're going to bring our hands behind our head, and we're going to extend from the back of the chair. Just like that. Hold it for a couple of seconds, come back up. I like to tell people to move up and down with this. Hit different spots. You have 12 thoracic vertebrae. I'm not saying you have to hit them all, but kind of hit different areas to maximize that extension there. So, again, that one's a little different. We're not getting a neutral thoracic spine. That's not normal. We want to just maximize our extension that we can get out of that. So moving on up, we'll move to our cervical spine, and we'll do some chin tucks. So, chin tuck, really easy exercise. We all want to sit here, especially if we're working those desk jobs. If we sit like this 8 hours a day, we're not going to magically stand up and it be corrected. We're probably still going to be here. So the chin tuck, we'll just go here. You're basically trying to make some double chins. We're flattening out that cervical spine so we're not overextending there right here. You can see how I get taller immediately. We're talking about the top of the head. I'm here. I'm chin tucking up. I'm a little taller. There. You combine all of these, we're getting a decent amount of height. Okay. So I like to tell people 5-second hold, 30 times with that. Just like so. And so chest high, shoulders are back, and then chin tucking. Just like that. Alright? So another exercise I like to tell people to do is more for postural awareness. So we're kind of combining everything we've done. So we're standing up against the wall. A wall is flat. I mean, it's neutral. So I like to tell people to come here, get the back of our head on the wall, and then bring your arms out, and then keeping pressure on the back of your hand on the wall, coming up like that. We're training those postural muscles to fire the way they need to work. Up and down, do you about 30 of those. That's going to train you to stand up tall, to maximize the height that you do have and make you a little bit taller. So we're talking about posture, we're talking about height. If I'm here, I'm probably at least an inch taller where if I'm here. I've got a flat back, I've over-flexed at the thoracic spine, I'm extended at my cervical spine. So all these muscles that we've stretched and we've trained are going to help us be here. So I'm a lot taller like that. So guys, thank you for watching. If this is the type of content that you like to see, that you're interested in, there's a lot more to come. Go ahead and hit that like button for us so we can keep bringing out these videos. And subscribe to us if you are interested in seeing more. Plenty more to come.